To a charity that is doing some really serious work. Every 68 seconds, someone in the United States is sexually assaulted. That means since we've been on the air, 22 people have been sexually assaulted. 22. That's why the organization Fear to Freedom was created, to help prevent sexual assault through empowerment and education. And they want to show the world that freedom is more powerful than fear.
Well, one of the reasons the number has increased to 68 seconds from every 2 minutes 10 years ago, one reason is actually empowering, because more survivors are coming forward to say their stories. That's actually a positive thing, but when you consider that the number is every 68 seconds, that is still appalling. And that's why our prevention programs are needed. Here at Fear to Freedom, we empower and educate students and communities to prevent sexual violence in all its forms. That includes sexual assault, domestic violence, and child abuse. So we have our To Empower programs that are for university students and community groups that take communities and students through what can be done to change that number, because that's what we want to see change. We want to see that number be less and less and less. So not every 68 seconds. When I started here at Fear to Freedom, I thought that this was a gender issue, that it was just for women, but it's not. Men are affected, girls are affected, boys are affected, those of all genders are affected. The way to reverse that statistic of every 68 seconds is for more people to be educated and more people to be empowered, more people to take a stand and say, this is not right. Domestic abuse is not right. Child abuse is not right. Sexual assault is not right, and it's not going to happen on our watch. If more people were empowered to take a step and do what they can within their own area of influence, I think we would see those numbers change. And that's what we hope for, and why we have 7 different programs we offer universities and communities to participate in. We believe that education is an important part of that answer, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. So here at Fear to Freedom, we have a two-prong approach to support survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, and child abuse on their healing journeys. We provide aftercare and eye care kits for them for when children go through the SANE exam that documents domestic violence and child abuse. Forensic nurses are able to give them items in our eye care and aftercare kits. And in the kits, they have things that will help them. They have clothing and toiletries, and for the children, there's coloring books and a journal and crayons, but they also have Freedom Bear. Freedom Bear is Fear to Freedom's trademark therapy tool, and Freedom Bear was designed by a woman who was a survivor of a sexual assault when she was a child, and her teddy bear was ripped and had a hole in his heart. And so her name was Molly, and Molly used to take her fears and her concerns, she would put them inside of her bear's heart. And when she was ready to release them years later, she let them go. So Freedom Bear was designed so that here on his backpack, there are little slips of paper so that the survivor can write their hurts and their pain, what is their concern, and put those inside Freedom Bear. And then however long it takes, it could be weeks, it could be months, it could be years, when the survivor is ready to let it go, they're able to take that out, and then their pain dissolves in water. Part of our aftercare kits here at Fear to Freedom are handwritten notes that our volunteers write. And again, that is one of the most important things in our aftercare kits, along with Freedom Bear. The fact that volunteers take the time to write a message to a survivor when they're in one of the most difficult times of their lives. When they receive this kit, they know that somebody is caring for them. Somebody took the time to write a message of encouragement and of comfort to say, it's not your fault, and you are brave, and be courageous, and messages of comfort at that time.
I want to introduce you to the Freedom Bear. It serves as a reminder to sexual assault survivors to remember This is not your fault. You do not deserve this pain. And no matter what wounded your heart, you are worthy of love and caring. If you have been a victim of sexual assault, we urge you to call the National Sexual Assault Hotline at 1-800-656-4673.